How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the garage for another video. I just want to start really quick by saying I hope that you all are staying safe and healthy and practicing good hygiene during this crazy time. I've been basically at home for the last 2 weeks working and tinkering around out here off work hours when I can. So I hope you guys are finding some enjoyment while being stuck at home, and I hope your families are safe and I hope you're safe. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's get on with the video. So if you click back, you will see a previous video of me installing the Moroso coolant overflow tank. It's aluminum, it's really cool looking, it's very nice quality, and there is a matching piece for that. Right here is the Moroso power steering fluid reservoir. It's a good item to match with your coolant overflow tank. So let's go take a look at what that is just for reference. So here's the coolant overflow tank. It's basically the same material. So the OEM power steering reservoir, it just looks gross. And once I'm gonna be changing out the battery for something a little more lightweight and adding a cold air intake, we're getting rid of this big box here. It'll stick out like a sore thumb, and it's just nice. I mean, it's a cosmetic mod. It's probably not gonna crack or leak or anything like that, but it's always good to, you know, throw in the pieces while you can if you have the money for it and want to dress up your engine bay a little. I know some people will probably question, like, why are you doing this modification? What's the point of this modification? It's engine dress up, and you're substituting something that's plastic with aluminum. And I wanted to do it. I had a little bit of extra fun money, so I decided to spend it on this. I could have spent the money elsewhere given that we're working on the 2.5 still, but I think I'm about done with that as far as things I'm waiting on. So that's a little hint for you guys. It's close, it's real close, and I'm excited to get something that just looks nice for the engine. It'll add that little bit of extra quality when I open the hood and show people an engine swap or anything like that. So let's get down to the engine bay and we will start installing the Moroso power steering tank. So first thing that we need to do is we need to start by removing the stock air box. There's a couple 10 mils up here. We're gonna take off the main hose, not the part that connects to the throttle body, but this box part with the hose. Get this whole thing out, and then we won't need to remove the battery because the bolts are on this side of the power steering tank, so we can just take them out once we get this airbox out. So let's jump to doing that. So now that the airbox is out, you can get a little bit better view of where the bolts are that hold the power steering tank in. It's got 2 hoses coming off the top and 1 down below. So I'm gonna get a couple rags because we're probably gonna leak a little fluid. I'm trying to think of how to drain this. Inside, I think there's a little bit of baffling. I know there's baffling in the new one. So I think I can take this top hose off, and then that shouldn't be an issue. I think that one is for sure gonna leak, but follow along and we'll see if we spill any. Hopefully we don't, but I'm gonna get these hoses off now. All right, so spilled a little bit, not too bad. Didn't think about how I'm gonna do this now though. I'm just going to lift this side up. All right, so that should be good. And power steering fluid smells terrible, so keep that in mind when you do this. I think what I'm gonna try to do is get these bottom bolts out first, and then see if I can't just lift the power steering tank up and just dump it so I can save the fluid. I do have more fluid to add, luckily, but I'd like to save what I can because I don't think I have enough to fill it. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. Well, I might, as long as I can get it out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I got it turned. It's dumping out. All right, so I got my power fluid in here. So I've got it saved. I'm gonna set it to the side. We'll take this bottom hose off now. All right, there we go. And so now we can take our new tank and get this bottom hose on. Just easy enough. Top hose, put that on as well. So now I just need to throw the bolts back in. All right, now what I can do is I'm gonna put the air box back in, and then we can fill and bleed the system. I will add that your OEM cap will fit on it just fine, so that can stay there. But so now I'm gonna throw everything back together. I'm not gonna show you that, and then we will get this bled. All right, everything's back together now. I put some fluid inside, so it's got a little bit in there at least. It hasn't bubbled at all. It was bubbling a little bit, filling up, but now we need to turn the car on, rotate the wheels a little bit, should bleed it out, and then we can wrap it up. All right, everything is sounding good. I think it's bled. No bubbles were coming out of the reservoir, and I lost fluid, it sucked it in, and then it wasn't going down. So, should be good. I'm gonna take it for a quick test drive, and then we can close this video out. All right, so I just got back from a little test drive. Everything is running as it should be. There were no squeals, no creaks, no whine, nothing. And the fluid level stayed the same. I didn't need to fill it up or anything, so I guess I filled it enough. So that was actually super easy besides dealing with the fluid. If you're gonna do this job, really all it is a few bolts and some power steering fluid. Pretty easy in my book. I hope you guys found this video interesting and enjoyed it. If you are new to the channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments, and I will see you in the next one.